Christina, Synergetic Mind, November 7, 2024. Intro. Synergetic Mindful Intuitions Anticipatory Design Science Resource refers to our Buckminster Fuller Synergetics' highest integrity of engagement, when consciousness is not overly inundated by the contemporary relative insanity that is technically attempting to control the universal communication process. Please copy-paste provided links for your research convenience, starting with Synergetics Table of Contents. Humans are designed in principle to regenerate by successively adapting to the most compatibly coexisting, communicating, living environment. The living environment naturally communicates its tune-inable frequencies in receptively equipped systemic co-functioning compatibility that mutually, albeit nonsimultaneously, survives. Especially since the self-regenerating system's nature is not necessarily interdependent. For instance, the omnidivergent outcasting radiation does not depend on humans to reach its highest velocity limit, whereat it transforms into converging gravity's absolute slowdown to no time at all, whereat the energy's transformation cycles repetitively accommodate that particular stage, phase, and proclivity of the communication process, which is essential knowledge for evolving humanity's technological functioning. Synergetics 1053.832. Conceptually associating in with omni-embracing circumferential gravity, out with divergent radiation, around with great circle chords, intelligently, experimentally validates rudimentary knowledge of geodesics, the most economical lines of interrelationship travel, and shortest time of travel, relevantly correlating with the shortest distance within the generalized conceptioning resonant fields of thought and the continuous communications process, which is always between self and others within the most compatible living environments that are designed in generalized principle by universe eternal omniscient mind. See Synergetic Mind, October 29, 2024, 6 and 7. News of universe eternal mind's omniscience, transcendental velocity, to the physical speed of omnidivergent radiation, is informed knowledge, which is relevant to metaphysical intellect and its physical cerebral circuitry design. Of the universe eternal omniscient mind's design integrity is each human's intuitive awareness of consciousness evolution's cosmically integral, visible and invisible experience. Synergetics 1053.831. Awareness of the omnidirectional universe's three directions, in, out, around, intrinsically relate to metaphysical intellect, synergetic minds, hypothetically realizable consciousness evolution's potentially tunable, cerebrally equipped transceiver. The word outcast is synergetically differentiated from the pre-synergetically informed use of the word broadcast, pertaining to the most economical systemic thought language, generalized conceptioning fields of discernible, relevant, critical problem considerations, Synergetics 1053.832. Critical problem considerations have always been essential to the truths that produce the commonwealth of human life support on Earth. But during histories of the ignorantly educated PRJWMBCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, money, belief complex, hierarchical matrix, predominantly physical, and perpetually competitive ambitions, incorrect nomenclature promoted perceived erroneous directions, the up of heaven and the down of hell. As human thought veered further off the omnirational course, eventually developing and innovating communications systems identified as a broadcasting station. Initially, way before awareness of identifying the control point for the unity vector, it was a radio set, then television sets, internet domains, computer-enabled podcasts, various technological media platforms as extensions of the imagination's PRJWMBCHM induced nomenclature. The intricate coded language where algorithmic control now redirects logged-in human brain-mind search for as yet indescribable relevance to what may be its individual cerebrally equipped transceiver design integrity, in principle, for cosmic to local problem considerations. According to Buckminster Fuller, 30th November 1972, in quotes, the first radio tuning crystal must have been a rhombic dodecahedron. We can read more about this in Synergetics 426.42, and which ought to be of great interest when starting over again, as nature does, with the isotropic vector matrix where energy is not lost, just not available, and since at the heart of the vector equilibrium at its core is the rhombic dodecahedron. Besides, we ought to know that the domain of omni closest packed spheres, whereat the rhombic dodecahedron's diamond face at the middle is the control point for the unity vector, the sphere's radius. From Buckminster Fuller, Synergetics Dictionary, 13 April 1977. Not only is consciousness evolution constrained by ambitiously competitive exploitations of the destructive PRJWMBCHM, so too is metaphysical intellect's potential of realizing the most economically directed systemic thoughts, anticipatory design science, knowledge delayed and distracted. From relative awareness of universe, eternal omniscient mind, and individual transceivers, geodesic communications when not informed of the most relevant polyhedra, one of which is the rhombic dodecahedron that we can see in color plate number 9, which lists its 6 tetravolumes and 144 quanta modules. Sending and receiving relevant truths includes generalizing the disseminated content, which at minimum requires knowledge of the only 3 directions of omnidirectional universe, the N for gravity, out for radiation and around for inside outing as the minimum structural systems conceptualizable energy comprise self-regenerating polyhedra that follow great circle paths. Evidently, this critical information concerning the heart and core of uncorrupted relevant realizations of unity, including the control point of the unity vector, such potential is deceptively concealed from public knowledge. The popularization of it has been rejected in favor of popularizing AI-directed options before the masses have been adequately and accurately informed of the UIVMOFCH, Universe Isotropic Vector Matrix Operational Field Cosmic Hierarchy. Stored for recollection, rejection, acceptance, relevant adaptation. To the most economical cosmic accounting in the integral computer, the human brain, with which every human is cerebrally equipped by Yom's design, distinguishing truths from non-truths. Uncorrupted thoughts from a pristine thought are the conceptual polyhedra of nature's coordinate systems, design, science, integral truths, discoverable relevance amidst and amongst volumes of irrelevant information, gathering, sorting, storing, recalling, restoring newly derived awareness, correlating to consciously intertransacting centers of every energy rebirth. We seem to be perpetually searching for satisfactions to fulfill missing communication elements in a constantly redirected focus, as redundant values are perpetually compared to predominantly irrelevant physical attainments. Truth is not an attainment. It is a direction. In, out, around, interrelationships, a conceptuality of zero time, an informed consciousness of the closest approach humans will ever know to eternity and God, correctly named Yom, Universe Eternal Omniscient Mind. The omniscience that is transcendental in metaphysical gravity, out of physical radiation, and around as integral transceivers potentially tune inable semi-consciously articulated dream images that consistently alert the observer to potential clarification relative to preferred rational outcomes. Such dream messages are almost split-second to assure synergetic minds intelligently cogent consideration that there may be a higher purpose for coexisting that cannot be validated by the preconditioned belief complex and its ill-chosen words as a supposedly bona fide means to its irrational ends. The PRJWMBCHM cultivated language tends technically to reject and invalidate all that might be consistently incompatible with consciousness evolution's design science synergetic accommodations. UIVMOFCH, Universe Isotropic Vector Matrix Operational Field Cosmic Hierarchy, is compatible with metaphysical, validated consciousness evolution's generalized conceptioning fields of thought, which reference our Buckminster Fuller's Synergetics, wherein human curiosity is informed of in, out, around directions, the awareness that permits intricate associations with intuition's curiosity concerning tuning in relevance and tuned out irrelevance. being integrally equipped with recognizable polyhedra, described receiving sets suggest the human brain's mindsets logically coincide with communication crystals fundamentally associative, the rhombic dodecahedron, which are the internal truncations of the tetrahedron we already know is the minimum structural system of omnidirectional, omnirational, metaphysical, and physical universe. How else is the organic possibility to be imagined as a direct line of communication when not indoctrinated to go through the switchboard of religion, the R factor of the PRJWMBSCHM, politics, religion, justice, war, money, belief, complex, hierarchical matrix, especially since radiation's omnidivergence is not the end of gravity's convergence. Until next time, thank you from Christina, Synergetic Mind.